Hey everyone, welcome back to another Crypto Unplugged video. It's Doc here, and if this is your first time tuning in, I'm glad to have you with us. Oz and I have been talking about crypto, altcoins, technical analysis, and everything in between for some time now. Today, we're jumping into some interesting topics related to the NPOC level and the analysis regarding Bitcoin, Total 3, and others as well. So we'll bring down the trends and cut through all the noise to make sure it's all visually, you can visually understand what's going on. So stick around, so there's a lot to cover, and I'll promise you it's going to be worth your time. So before we get into answering the questions and that you have in mind and clear up all the confusion, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn the notifications bell on. And if you're genuinely interested in looking for raw, no nonsense insights on everything from market updates, technical analysis, and the latest with the charts, from crypto gems to meme coins, AI to real world assets, and everything in between, you're in the right place. So let's get into it. Now, Oz, regarding the Bitcoin analysis and the NPOC levels, need to make sure, first of all, that you explain exactly what NPOC levels are. And before you go into explaining what that is, last time we spoke about the NPOC levels at a critical stage, and if it does break that, we'll see some interesting price action. So we previously discussed the significance of NPOC levels, especially the one that broke recently. Can you give us an update on the most traded activity over the last 6 months and how this is impacting Bitcoin's current price?
Yeah, so hi Doc, hi everybody. So just looking at the one that I was talking about maybe a few months ago, or actually probably a month ago, was this one here at 67,500. And as we broke that, which is a 6-month range, you see Bitcoin going into a parabolic run, which is around 90,000, which all the way went to 93,000. So this is one of the key levels, and we'll look at that for others and Total 3 going forward. But again, this was the level that was so important for me, and this was one of the key levels. If you look back here, that took us to the lows at 49,000, and then finally we break it. In October, break it once, come back underneath it, back test, and then all the way up to from 67,500 all the way up to 93,000 is a big move. So that's a key level for me on any chart, to be fair, but especially on Bitcoin, which has proven to be a very strong area, and that's where buyers stepped in and pushed the price where we see it today.
Okay, so in our last video, Oz, you talked about the NPOC level within the T3 timeframe. Now, revisiting the analysis and explaining what happened, how was that actually breached?
Before I go into the Total 3 one, I'll just talk about the quick count that I'm seeing now. What I've seen here from that 49,000 drop, right? We've had this first sort of wave one up. We've had the correction here, okay? And then within this wave 5, so this is all wave 5 to me, which is going to set the all-time highs, and then obviously we're going to go into a bear market. So what I've seen here for Bitcoin is that we've seen this wave 1 up into the 2 for the correction, and this definitely looks like a 3 for me because of the impulsive nature. It's almost vertical, and now I think we're working on a 4. It could come lower a bit more, correct a bit more, but then I do see us making that final 5th wave, and I have it between around 97,000, maybe 96,700 to 100, over 100k. That would make the count complete for myself. I'm not saying it's not complete here, but for me, I think just the way the shape is, you got the 1, 2, 3. This looks like a 4, some kind of 4, and then hopefully we get that 5th and this will be wave 3 complete in the major 5th, and then I think we'll have a bigger, slightly longer, larger correction, and maybe a bit more time as well, and then I think we'll have the final 5th wave of the 5th that will set our all-time high for the year of 2025. So I think this year we'll probably carry on into this wave 5, after this wave 4 finishes. And if you look here, this wave 1 was around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. So far we can say this wave 3 is the wave 4 that I think we're in, maybe 1, 2, it's about 4 days, so maybe another couple of days of correction, before we start actually breaking out to that final fifth wave. But that's my idea at the moment. Obviously, things can change. If we have a really large retracement down, then obviously that would be invalidated. But right now, I'm leaning towards one more move up, in that area of 100k.
Okay, so you still see the 97 between 97,000 and 100,000 range, range happening between this subwave, you can say. This is something to look into the next few days, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think once this correction is over, because what I'm looking at, this was a sort of a sharpish correction from 73 all the way back down to 67. This wave 4 doesn't look sharp, so it's like an alternate to this wave. So all I would be looking for is the kind of similar length of time in correction here and here, and then I would hopefully, I would like to see one more push up to make that fifth wave, and that fifth wave, it could last a few weeks or so. It could take us into December, and then I would then look at a larger correction.
Okay, Oz, now just before we go on to the other two charts that we've prepared, talking about total market cap T3 and talking about others as well, it's important for the viewers to understand what the significance of MPOC level time frame that we're looking at, which is a 6-month time frame.
Yeah, definitely. The 6-month time frame is obviously is very important in terms of looking at the levels. Now, this is that the 6-month time frame is where most of the trading activity has been taken place. So you have to understand that for 6 months, the largest trading area has been 67.6 or 67,500. So as I said before, once you're above this level, and it's not going to take, people think that when you break a level, it's like 1 day or 2 days. Remember, this is over 6 months. So if you go above it, below it, it doesn't make a difference. 1 or 2 days. But once you start moving away from the level, so you had the retest here, and you had this big candle. That was your first sign that price is now accepted above the 6-month level, which has never happened, since I would say earlier this year. So, from January to July, this was the the strongest level. So as you start moving away from it now, you're accepted. You got acceptance of over the 6-month level, and there'll be a new 6-month level coming in January, and then we'll see where price is then.
Okay, viewers, let's just take a quick break here. Now, if you're serious about getting ahead in the crypto space, you need to stop exactly what you're doing now and head over to the marketsunplugged.com. Now, here's why. You can register with your email address as a free member, and as a free member, you'll be able to unlock access to our complete Bitcoin, crypto, and blockchain educational hub with everything from beginner's guides to technical analysis walkthroughs. It's an incredible starting point, and that's just scratching the surface. Now, if you're really looking to gain an edge, our Alpha Insider tier is where everything's happening. You'll get access to our Crypto Daily Alpha and Market Daily Alpha newsletters every weekday, packed with insights you won't find anywhere else. You'll also unlock our exclusive gems table, complete with live ROI charts to keep you on top of the hottest opportunities, and our advanced DCA strategy tools as well. So imagine having access to our DCA strategy table and advanced calculators. So instead of blindly investing into an altcoin, not knowing where the price action is and FOMOing in, we've done the hard work for you, so you'll be able to choose any coin. So for example, our list here on screen, you've got many altcoins here, from Bitcoin all the way down to Pepe, which we just introduced recently as well. And you can choose your DCA in at level 1, level 2, level 3. And to make sure you don't round trip your gains as well, we've put our DCA strategy levels out as well, where you can take your profits at level 1, level 2, and level 3. So make sure you don't round trip regarding that as well. So it's having these tools which are really important so you don't round trip. And if you're in need for a more personalized touch, our Data Visions Analytics tier goes even deeper, where we break down exclusive metrics, offer an in-depth personalized portfolio review, and tips on how to rebalance your portfolio. Plus, you get 2 TA reports of any altcoin of your choice as well. So trust me, if you're not signed up, you're missing out on a whole level of insights that could change your game, and make sure you do save and make the most out of your crypto journey. So head over to the marketsunplugged.com, sign up now, and don't miss out on this alpha. And there are no excuses, so make sure you do that right now. Now, Oz, let's look at the total market cap for T3. So if we dive into T3, that's all coins excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. You previously highlighted on the NPOC level at 658 billion in our last video, and it was approaching that level. Now it's sitting around 813 billion. Can you walk us through what's been happening with this recent surge and whether you see this as sustainable?
Yeah, Doc. So, like I was said in our last video, I think we were around here, approaching the 655 billion area. And what I said was that once this NPOC level is breached, there's going to be a massive run for total 3. And exactly like what happened is again, just like Bitcoin, once total 3 broke this level, it's gone from 657 billion all the way up. I think the max was around 840 billion. And again, this was a key level, the 6-month level for total 3. And now if we look at this level here, this range, we're actually holding support above the range value area high that I've drawn previously, and I think now all that's left for, if we can see, all that's left for total 3 is is aiming for the next level, which will be here at 856, which it hit, and then finally breaking the all-time highs. So I think it's a really exciting time for altcoins right now. Breaking this NPOC, it wasn't easy. Look, since July we've been below it, coming up, down, and finally breaking it. And now I think total 3 and altcoins will go on a hell of a run. As you've seen just in the past few days, we have seen the altcoins really hit off. And also looking at the fib time, it was coming in October, and after October, the 386, we see that massive rise. And I believe now we're going to go on a good run, and all dips should be basically scooped up before we hit that wave 3 top for total 3, and I think it'd be good times ahead.
Okay, Oz, now the last chart that we do have prepared is the others, okay? Now, talking about the significance of others, what's your take on a 6-month NPOC level for others as well? Are there any significant breakouts that we should be aware of?
Yeah, so others, the difference between others, obviously, it excludes the top 10 coins, and it doesn't have stable coins in it as well. So, it's lagging a bit behind total 3. But again, you see here, this is probably similar to where we were when we did the video last time for total 3. We've just broken above it. And if I go to the short time frames, you've broken above it. Now you're retesting it. So, there's another good chance that this holds. Others is also going to do a massive run. So, for me, I see, I'm not bearish here on altcoins or on any of these two charts, total 3 or others. And I do see now us, because look, if you look at the old 6-month levels, they've been hit already. So this one has been hit, this one's been hit already. So I don't see much big resistance for others, and I see it clearing the all-time highs fairly in the next few months. So I'm not really bearish on any of total 3 or others. Yeah, you'll have dips and you'll have ups and downs, as it is. But I really see big moves for the altcoin. And if we just choose one, if I just choose Render, for example, Render's level here is at $10, and that's going to be a big target for Render. I think it's going to, sooner or later, this with the move up with others and total 3, once Render passes $10. Now this is just the start for me. The $10 level is just a start for Render in wave 3. So it's got potential to go $20 or $30 quite easily, because once these levels are flipped I'm not sure if Sue has. For example, if I look at Sue right quickly, if I just hide all that. So again, Sue, we had the flip of the 6-month level, and now we're just going into, some parabolic run. It's going to be like that with most of the altcoins once they flip their 6-month level. So with others, just getting to it now, I think there's good times ahead. And obviously, people will get, they might say, "Oh, it's not going pumping right now. Why is this not happening?" You just have to have a bit of patience, and you'll see it. You'll see it soon.
Okay, Oz, now to close things off, okay, given that everything we've discussed about Bitcoin's potential price action or targets between 97 and 100, the surge in total free since the last video we discussed, and the recent NPOC activity that you just illustrated with the others as well, do you believe that we're still on the brink of an altcoin season, or are we in an alt season?
I think we're at the start of an altcoin. Personally, I hate that term altcoin season, because that normally just, people just refer to that as the last, last few weeks where things maybe go up 100%, 200%. But personally, for what I like is that you need to get the altcoin season at the start, and that's already gone. That's finished. The most altcoins have bottomed a long time ago. So if you want to get the most multiples, obviously you can't at the moment. But I think right now we're at the start of if you want to call it an altcoin season, I think we're at the start, and this could in the next few months it could be really, really, really crazy, I think.
Okay, Oz, thanks a lot. We're all looking forward to that. Make sure you don't FOMO and remain clinical in terms of your investment strategy as well. And like I said, we help you do that. All you need to do is go to the marketsunplugged.com, register, sign up for the Alpha Insider tier, and everything is laid out for you. All you need to do is master on your own psychology. Now, that's all for today's videos. If you've got any thoughts or discussions or questions, drop them in the comments. We do actually read them all. So let's keep that discussion going. And if you haven't already, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. It's a small click, but it helps a lot at bringing us more of these deep dives and analysis as well. Until next time, thanks, Oz, and take it easy, viewers. Do your own research, and see you in the next video.